In 2018, I was talking to this girl named Tracy. I met her at the 7-Eleven, yo. And I got her number. I text back and forth with her for about a week. I still remember the day I had sex with her the first time because I texted back Tracy. And she texted me back VJ, because I told her my name was VJ. Or AJ or AV or Al or Ace or McCray. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell ladies a whole bunch of different nicknames that I had, but I never necessarily used my government name. And I texted her one day like, Tracy. She was like, VJ. I'm like, I'm about to come through. Came through, me and her had sex. One time we got into an argument. She sent me a text like, nigga, fuck you with them little ass them weak ass little guns you got them. She was talking about I had like a mini AK-47 nano pistol and I had a 4.5. That used to be the main gun I always had. Anytime I came to her house, I used to always have that gun with me, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time I had that 4.5. One time she told me to go in her house and she'll be there in a little while. And she actually told me that the door was unlocked and everything. And this particular time, I walked in there with my AK-47 nano pistol. It was a mini AK-47. And the reason why I did that, because I really didn't know Tracy like that. So I was making sure it wasn't somebody else in there trying to set me up. And she pulled up like later on that day and me and her sat back and chilled or whatever. But we got into an argument probably like a week after that or the day after that. I don't remember because this was back in 2018. And I remember her texting me like, yeah, fuck them little ass guns you got, whatever, whatever. I'm like, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then me and her had sex again after that. And on this particular time when we had sex, I still remember this. I had my debit card in my pocket. I never had my card in my wallet. It was always in my pocket. I had a credit card and a debit card that was with USAA, my car insurance company. They actually let you get a debit card or a credit card with them if you wanted to get one. I had a debit card and a credit card. I don't remember which one I left her. I left her house after we got done having sex. When we got done having sex, I left her room. I went in the drive. I got in the car. I was looking for my card. I couldn't find it. I called her up on her phone. I was like, hey, let me look around and see if I can get my debit card. I left it on your bed somewhere. I told her to look around. She was like, it's not in here. I'm like, what you mean? You ain't even looked for it. You ain't even looked yet. She was like, it's not in here. I'm like, yo, let me come back and get my debit card. You tripping, yo. This is like, that's my money you fucking with. She was like, it's not in here. I'm like, what did you want? Hung the phone up on her and pulled off mad as hell. I pulled off so mad, I didn't even realize I had my emergency brake on my motherfucking car, yo, and burnt rubber from her house all the way down the street. I look in the rearview mirror, I see nothing but smoke. All I saw was fucking smoke, yo. I couldn't believe that shit. And then I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Then I looked down, I realized I had the emergency brake on. So I burned the shit out of my tires, yo. She hit me up a couple days later, like, I found your card. I said, I told you it was at your place. She was like, whatever, Alvin, LOL. And then I stopped talking to her after that. Not because she called me by my government name, but the fact that she just didn't take the initiative to at least just see if my card was in her room. I was like, that was weird to me. So I stopped talking to her after that. Me and that girl had sex a few times. Look, I said this before. I said this 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. If it's some lady saying that I ever tried to, like, rape her, she's lying, that's just an automatic lie. Flat out. I don't care what the details is. If any woman is accusing me of rape, she's lying. If it's any woman saying that I ever pull my gun out on her, she's lying. Flat out. I don't care nothing about the details. I don't care nothing about how the story started or ended. It's a whole lie. It's that simple. Flat out. So it was times when I stayed on 2145 Canal Street and some ladies that I used to call through to come hang out with me and stuff like that, they used to take pictures with my 9mm that I had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this again. I never had sex with that girl, Jerica. I never had sex with that girl, Stephanie, Mimi, or her roommate back in the day when I stayed on 2145 Canal Street, because that was like a rule. I wasn't having sex with the ladies that stayed there. Jerica didn't stay there, but she was a caretaker for this lady named Jessica that lived there. And I never had sex with Jessica. I made a promise to myself to never have sex with Jessica. One lady that was from Trinidad came up to me that also stayed over there on 2145 Canal Street. And she said, they'll never let that crazy girl lick her carrot. She told me that. Talking about Jessica. So, when I was on 27, when I was on Colonial Boulevard at the Parker Positano Apartments, it used to be ladies that would purposely take pictures with my guns with their titties out, like licking their titties and stuff like that. They did that. I didn't tell them, hey, do this, take a picture like this. No, they did that for fun. Like back in the day, they used to do that shit. All the ladies that used to come to my apartment used to be running around naked and shit. Like they used to purposely do that shit, yo. I don't know what kind of lie got sparked up, but somewhere down the line, somebody made up a lie about me, and then people just chose to add on to that lie. So I never, can't no lady say that I ever, like, and when it came to my apartment, any lady that ever came into my apartment, I never gave some lady money for sex. I never forced some lady into sex. I never upped my gun on any female ever, yo. I'm going to make that clear. People has made up lies about me, and then when they realize it made things worse for me and everybody around me, that shows how selfish people have chose to be. Because when they realize that, they still just shrug their shoulders like, fuck it. I don't care about him talking about the stuff he going through with his family. That ain't my people. That ain't my family. That's how a lot of ladies that's looked at me and said that, because they were just focused on fame and clout and attention and popularity, yo. I found out when I turned 30 years old that I was part of the 144,000 Israelites. People think God is playing about the stuff that's going on, yo. I'm about to get off this phone. I'm not saying that this lady Tracy accused me of something. I'm just saying if something happened. I ain't talked to that lady since 2018, yo. I ain't seen that lady since 2018. It's 5:59 p.m. November 18, 2025. I be getting mad, Joe, because what I've been through, people has told other people, hey, you can get away with fucking with him. People of power, people that work for like a powerful, probably judicial side that's told people, hey, we'll let you get away with like making up a lie about this guy, trying to frame him, or we'll let you get away with trying to bring some type of sadness to his family. As long as I can remember, anytime I ever got into it with some man, he never came and talked to me directly. He tried to attack the woman that I was having sex with, or he tried to sneak and attack some lady that I was related to. As long as I can remember, yo, something that could be resolved with a conversation. Niggas that's basically said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm gonna go behind his back and I'm gonna play a game. Whether he get hurt in the process, or somebody get hurt or lose their life in the process. But they said, they looked at me and they said, so be it. I'm gonna play a game with this guy's life, and I'm gonna just treat this like it's, you know, a video game. Because I got him outnumbered. He not a part of some fraternity or brotherhood or gang or clique or cult. He not a part of anything. So I'm gonna take advantage of this. I've been through this, yo. Man, look, God bless to everybody. 6:01 p.m. November 18, 2025. You feel me?